Thank you for joining us at this Hollywood Bet Sharks media presser. With us, we have Hollywood Bet Sharks hooker Bongi Mbonambi. I'm now going to open the floor for questions. Thank you. First question.
Can I start, Navashni?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Bongi, I just wanted to find out here. You're back now. You played the five games, wins in the past 3 games. How's things so far from you since that horrible knee injury? Are you getting back to your own fitness? Do you feel?
Again, getting over the injury and becoming part of the Sharks team again. I must say it's been a good build up for us. We obviously have a lot of work still to do, but so far so good.
Thank you. Morgan, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Tavashi. As a Bongi, there's no secret that you guys have a very, very tough start to the season, especially in the ERC. But how's the mood in the camp changed over the last couple of weeks following the string of 3 wins and going into this big match on the weekend?
Yeah, definitely been a tough start for us. Everyone in the Sharks rugby union knows that, but definitely not a start that we were looking for. Obviously, a lot of young players coming in, young players being given opportunities to play, and obviously us coming back from the World Cup with a lot of injuries and a lot of players having maybe to rest up a bit. But yeah, it's definitely been picking up so far. Credit to the coaching staff for getting the players to buy into a plan that we believe they will work for us for the future. And we're definitely looking forward to building on this success.
Thanks, Bongi.
Thank you. Sipukazi, you can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Bongi. Having beaten Edinburgh in the URC match, and obviously this is a completely different competition. Just how tough do you think this game is going to be? And I mean, it is also a quarterfinal.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's a quarterfinal and a whole different another competition makes it even more difficult. We know that they're definitely going to come here even better prepped than before. I think they're going to play a better team. We noticed last time that they're missing a couple of the key players, and obviously they just came back from playing Six Nations. I think they're going to be definitely fresh and more challenging this time around. Especially with a coach like Sean Everett that they have. He knows how to prepare a team to come play down here in Durban, and playing an important game like a quarterfinal. They're definitely going to come back stronger.
Thank you. Kaniso, you can go through.
Thank you very much. Bongi, good afternoon. I hope you're well, my child. Bongi, you've traversed plenty of knockout matches in your career. One was last week. I mean, you would have understood what the pressure of knockout matches is. What makes this one different, especially when you look at what the Shark season has been and with the gradual improvements over the past month?
Yeah, no, obviously this one is a quarterfinal. Probably more at stake than there was with previous games that we played. We definitely want to make sure that we make this competition that we are in very successful. We know it's not going to be easy, especially playing Edinburgh, who have already played us before, and it was a tough game playing them in the URC. And I think this time is going to even be much more of a challenge to us. So it's all up to us how we prepare, how we make sure that it's obviously a short week turnaround. We played on Sunday, now have to prepare again for a Saturday early afternoon match. So there's a lot of pressure, but I think if we keep things simple, we make sure that everyone buys into the plan with the kind of players that we have and the coaches that we have. Yeah, we just need to go out there and deliver.
Thank you. Brendan, you can go ahead.
How's it, Bongi? I know sometimes when you play the same opponent you played a couple of weeks ago, it makes it almost a lot, even though you guys won quite comfortably, makes it quite difficult to play the guys again because they obviously adapt and learn. Just maybe talk a bit about that and how you have to prepare a bit differently for a return game against the same opposition.
Yeah, 100%. Playing the same opposition again does make it challenging. It does make it quite difficult because obviously they know that in a short turnaround you're not going to change much to your game plan. I think they'll be better prepared for the weather and everything else. looking at us, looking at our team, we just need to make sure that we know our roles. We believe in our system, we believe in our plan, and obviously playing at home also gives us sort of a bit of advantage, knowing that the Sharks fans will definitely come out for this weekend. We're looking forward to having them here. They've always been on our side, especially with the difficult start that we had. Some of them never gave up supporting us, which we appreciate a lot. So yeah, we're looking forward to having the home ground advantage and having our fans out here. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the game.
Thank you. Leighton, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Navashni. Hi, Bongi. Just on Edinburgh, they are still fighting on two fronts in the URC, trying to crack that top 8, and then playing for a place in the semis in the Challenge Cup. Just do you see this as possibly an opportunity where you can exploit them, where they maybe can be in two minds? Do they focus on this game, or do they aim for that top 8? I know it was quite a thing for the Stormers that they are out now and they can focus on the URC top 8. But just how do you see that going against Edinburgh?
Yeah, I don't think I could comment much on the approach to this game, but I know definitely whatever team may play, if you play a quarterfinal game, you obviously want to put your best team out there, no matter what other competition is next. You definitely want to do well in a quarterfinal. You want to get knocked out and get sent home. So yeah, we're preparing for their best team. So yeah, we will just focus on ourselves. Whatever decision they make, it's all up to them.
Thank you. Next question, please. Brendan, go ahead.
Bongi, sorry, I just want to take the opportunity. Obviously, chasing the Suns on the screens at the moment. Just wanted to hear your thoughts of watching it from the other side after being on the camera for so much, and just the reactions of the people around you and how it's been received.
Watching a lot of it. I've just been watching highlights every now and then on social media, but I haven't really taken the time sitting in front of the TV and watch a whole episode. But I hear that it's good. Look forward maybe when I have some bit of time off, you sit and watch the whole season. But yeah, at the moment, I think we just all want to give our energy and our focus to the Sharks at the moment and make sure that we become a successful rugby union.
Thank you. Nathan, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Vashni. Bongi, you guys had a rough start to this season, and now latter part of the season, you guys start to show your guys' skills and whatsoever. But how's the mood in camp at the moment? And does that final, the EPCR final, the Challenge Cup final, look more promising?
I must say the mood in the camp is quite good. We have a lot of energy coming back in. Obviously, all the injured players coming in, guys like Emil, who is very good at 5 lock for us. We got guys like Eben obviously coming back, and Vincent Koch. You can see the kind of difference they make in the force pack. But yeah, we know that the road to the final is not going to be easy. The only thing we can do is focus on the next game, and not look too far forward to the final. But we're going to focus on playing the quarterfinal and making sure that we get over that. And that's the only way we're going to get forward into this competition. That's the only way we're going to get better.
Thank you. Are there any further questions? Ati, go ahead. Vim, go ahead, Vim.
Hi, Bongi. I hope you're well. Maybe just a word on, there are a few guys in the Sharks who have currently, stuck up their hands, like Siam Masuku, young Ethan Hooker, and Cornay Roll in the absence of Eben Etzebeth. And maybe just a word on, the depth you guys have at the moment and the influence those energetic players make.
Yeah, I think it's the goal of every union to get their junior players into the senior setup as quick as possible. To get them playing URC games, to get them playing knockout games, because the more depth you have in these competitions, the better you'll do. Especially both of them. Especially looking at the Championship Cup, there's all teams want to be playing that the greatest club competition in the world, which is the Championship Cup. So we're all aiming for that. But in order to get there, you need quite a lot of depth. So I think the way the Sharks are going on about it, making sure that they play those junior players, they do expose them to big games, and obviously you only get better once you get exposed to those kind of games. So I'm very happy to see young guys like Ethan Hooker, Gornell also stick up his hand. Because at the end of the day, some of us aren't going to play rugby for that long. We can't play rugby forever. So yeah, it'll be good that we impart some of our knowledge, some of our experience onto them. And it's really good to see them sticking up their hand and making sure that they obviously want to play for the Sharks at a high level and make sure that the Sharks perform well.
Thank you. Ati, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Novashni. Hi, Bongi. How are you putting?
You?
Good. Bongi, I mean, for you guys who've won the World Cup there and fellow Springboks there at the Sharks, are you guys sort of looking to tap into your experience of playing knockout games at test rugby level when you approach these EPCR rounds that are important?
Yeah, definitely. We will definitely give some of our experience to the team. But I think also it's not all about just us, I think a lot of franchises want to put the two different players in two different headings. But once we come here to the Sharks, it's all about the Sharks. It's not about you play Dominic Castle Springboks or what your name is. It's all about the Sharks, and we all do what we can to make sure that come game day, everyone is prepared and everyone is ready to give their best for this team.
I mean, how deep is that desperation in the locker room to make sure that you guys go all the way in the Challenge Cup and make sure that the Sharks play in the Champions Cup, Europe's premier club rugby competition? How deep is that desire within the change room to return to the Champions Cup?
The desire and the belief is very deep. It should be. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to get knocked out in a quarterfinal game knowing that you haven't even achieved much, especially with a team like we have. So yeah, the desire and the belief is quite big. And as I said, we're going to prepare as well as you can to make sure that we give ourselves the best chance of success coming this weekend.
Thank you. Nathan, one final question from you before the presser comes to an end. Thank you.
Bongi, as I mentioned previously, you guys had a shaky start. Just regarding the fans and supporters, there have been some supporters crying after games, disappointed whatsoever. But just a message for the fans out there, because I mean, you guys do have a good support base and good activation for the games. Just a message for supporters.
Yeah, 100%. I think for our fans, they've been quite amazing, especially as you said, with the start that we had. Losing games in the URC and also making things difficult for ourselves going forward. But I mean, the fans have always came to the Shark Tank. They've always brought their families. It's a very family friendly stadium that we have, and it's pretty awesome when you hear the fans cheering with excitement. Whenever you win, and also those losing games that we had, the fans still came through. So yeah, I really want to say we do appreciate them, the Sharks players and the Sharks Rugby Union, and they do mean a lot to us. At the end of the day. After the game, when you lift your head up, you want to see the smiles of the fans on their faces. So yeah, it's really important to us that they come through this weekend. It's going to be a massive game. We want to use the home advantage that we have. We want to use the fans that we have to make sure they push us over the line in those dying moments of the game.
With that, thank you very much, media, for your time. Thank you, Bongi, for yours. All the best.
Thank you, everyone. Yes.